For the awful news today, WBTV has lost two of our colleagues after Sky 3 crashed next to Interstate 77. It took the lives of meteorologist Jason Myers and Sky 3 pilot Chip Tayag. This is news we never thought we would ever have to report on. It is a heavy day here at WBTV as our family is grieving alongside Chip and Jason's families.
And tonight we're hearing stories of Chip's heroism guiding the helicopter away from the interstate to avoid hitting anyone. Our anchor Alex Giles was one of our first reporters on the scene. And Alex, you're the one who heard from Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police about that. He joins us live.
Yeah, Alex, recap some of the details that we got from CMPD today.
Well, Jamie, I'm at a fire station, a Charlotte fire station off Clanton Road here in Charlotte. And CMPD held a media briefing here earlier in the day. And to be completely transparent, all of us at WBTV and some other folks in local media, we knew at the time that it was WBTV Sky 3 and two of our colleagues that were on board the helicopter when it crashed. But the police chief wanted to make clear that when he was updating us earlier that he wasn't going to say who the helicopter belonged to or who was on board. He just wanted to give some basic information about the situation. And obviously saying, you know, a helicopter has crashed, traffic way backed up on I-77 South because of this. Federal investigators are going to be brought in to handle the investigation, and we're going to do our part as the local authorities to try and keep the peace with all the traffic in the area. The chief even talked about how our pilot, Chip, did his best to make sure that that helicopter did not hit the interstate. Take a listen.
We're supposed to be spending time with our loved ones, and tragically there are two people involved in this crash that will not be going home and will not be spending the holidays with their families. So it's a huge loss, tragic loss, and it's just something that you can't put into words to try and offer condolences to the families. I do ask that we do pray for the families of both of these victims. It's going to be a difficult holiday season.
Again, a very sympathetic message there from Chief Johnny Jennings of the CMPD. And as I noted, he did mention that Chip, our pilot, kept the helicopter from hitting the interstate. He even called those actions heroic. So it's a very somber day across the city. Reporting live, Alex Giles, WBTV on your side. Back to you.
Alex, I feel like we should ask everybody, how are you doing?
It's just hard to believe. I think a bunch of us who have been talking here out in the field are just in a mix of shock and grief, and then listening to the beautiful words you and Jamie have had to share about Chip and Jason. That's been awesome to hear, and to know how much they were loved, and to think about the good times, even though we're filled with overwhelming sadness at the same time. It's just a mix of emotions and just really disbelief. But we're getting through it, and that's where the team and the family mentality comes into play.
Well said. Alex Giles, we love you. Hang tight. We'll keep talking. We are hearing from people, as Alex, you know, who were just yards away from the helicopter crash today.
Yeah, one woman echoing what CMPD said about Sky 3 pilot Chip Tayag, calling him a hero. Our David Wisnitz sat down with her today. He joins us now live with more on that. David?
Hey, Jamie, the woman's name is Bridget Ann Hampton, and she lives here in Charlotte. In fact, I'm at Providence United Methodist Church. I'm really sort of just around the corner from her home. She reached out to WBTV. She wanted to talk about what she saw today. Bridget Ann Hampton began her day. She headed out. She was just going to go get her hair cut, and she got on I-77 at Tyvola Road, and the next thing she knew, she saw Sky 3 coming down out of the sky, going to the ground, and I want to share a little bit of what she told me. Listen to this.
And then I said, let me at least just go over and see if I can help in any way. And I walked back, and this thing came down within 100 feet of me. So I was driving on the highway, and it came in front of me. It came down on the grass. I went over and looked at the wreckage and realized there's no way. The thing was crumpled. I had never seen anything like that.
Her description there, and she told me that she has had some familiarity with helicopters, and when she walked over there, she knew that no one could have survived, and she said the first thing she did was that she prayed. She asked God what it was that she might learn from what she had seen today, and to sort of help her process that. And I think I have to say, frankly, that reaching out to the station, that allowing me to come and interview her, that helped us. That helped all of us because, again, she echoed what Chief Jennings said about what she saw, and she said she saw the helicopter. She used the word veer across over I-77 and go down on the grass as opposed to being on the interstate, to crashing on the interstate and causing what she said would have been great chaos. So I really appreciate her time. And in fact, later in the 7 o'clock news, you'll hear a little bit more from her. Back to you, Jamie.
We're thinking about her too, because she's processing, everything that she saw today as well. David, thank you. Let's take a live look now at Interstate 77 South near Nations Ford Road, where the crash happened. It was completely closed for hours. The southbound lanes, a few of the lanes have since reopened in that area.
We're going to get to Caroline Hicks. She has been there on Tyvola over I-77. Caroline, what's the update on road closures behind you?
Yeah, throughout the day we brought you updates on what we've been seeing on I-77, and at this point traffic is moving again. You can see these southbound lanes, the 2 left lanes are open, so traffic is moving. It's moving slowly, and you can see there is, a little bit of a traffic jam up there where you see those flashing lights. That is the scene that they are still investigating. So at this point there is still 1 lane shut down, and we are told that that entrance ramp from Tyvola Road to I-77 South will stay closed along with that right lane until 6 a.m. tomorrow. So if people are making their plans to be traveling in this area, they'll want to keep that in mind. But we did want to show you that they do have some of the traffic moving here on I-77 South. So if you do need to use I-77 South, you will be able to, but it will take you a little more time than normal as traffic's moving pretty slowly. Back to you.
Caroline, thank you. We do know it's possible that this crash site is still impacting Charlotte-Mecklenburg school students getting home. The district released a statement regarding traffic and delays, and it read, road closures may affect your child's arrival time home or delay your arrival to and pick up from school. So for families of bus riders, please check the Here Comes the Bus app for updates on your child's location and anticipated arrival time. For families traveling by car, please use your phone's navigation app for tips and alternate routes to avoid delays. We do know there are plenty right now. We appreciate your patience and thank you for your support of our school community, Jamie.
We've had a lot of comments today, a lot of statements from people around the community expressing their feelings of loss with us. And Charlotte Mayor Vi Lau is one of those, releasing a statement this evening saying, in part, quote, our deepest condolences to Jason and Chip's families and the entire WBTV team on the loss of those wonderful members of our community. Thank you, Mayor Lyles. You watch Jason give the forecast every evening, but he didn't just stay in the Weather Center.
From cooking and eating in the QC kitchen here in our studios to his work with the St. Jude Dream Home campaign, Jason Myers was a man who loved to get out in the community, and he always did it with a smile on his face.
3, 2, 1.
Well, it's an exciting day as we start off the 2020 St. Jude Dream Home here in Cramerton, right along the South Fork of the Catawba River. Take a look here how high the water is. Now, this is an area that was under a flood warning.
Do you know how to shuck an oyster?
Not really well, but
Yeah,
I can always try.
Stick around, because you're about to learn.
I was practicing this the past couple of days because it's a recipe that my grandmother first made, my mom's mom, and then my mom would make. And it's not something that I typically make myself. I would a lot of times eat it. So it's the difference between eating it and, of course, making it.
Did we hit the hottest day of the year today?
We have, yes. We have so far have hit 90 degrees, and that's the first 90 degrees of 2022. By the way, I like you guys' spring colors. You got the yellow, the sun, nice.
Easter theme going on.
Yeah, I like it. So I hope I at least get an A for the weather today. It is a great day to be outside. And of course, one of the things that I love to talk about is fitness, physical fitness, and fun with physical fitness. Wow, this is amazing. What's amazing is the shower. I mean, there's multiple ways to get clean here, including the tub, so that is really cool. Can I just take the bowl?
Take the bowl.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
Great.
That's great.
That's very good.
Isn't that good?
Wow. We'll have some
Just a little
Yes.
something, something.
All right, kids, we got to go do the news.
Yeah.
And the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe grab some hot chocolate, huh?
Exactly. A little chilly out here, but a lot of fun. I mean, everybody out here, of course, has smiles. We've got the festive music going on. I'm going to try to do a little trick for you guys. There we go. So, yeah, we're having fun out here.
Jason, just yesterday, here on WBTV, his last 6 o'clock newscast with us.
It's been an emotionally draining day here at WBTV as all of us here are grieving for Jason and Chip's families.
Our team is going to take a brief commercial break, take our breath for just a second. We're back right after this.